Alright, the next story quest is the Jewel of Thavnair. We have just destroyed the Tower of Zot, and this is given to us by Thancred. We have Estinian standing next to Thancred. We're still on the beach, the northwest beach of Thavnair, and let's go. Had enough rest, have you? You never were one for being idle. Right, Varshan bade us come to Megaduta. M as in Mary, E, G, H, A, D as in Delta, U, T as in Tom, A. Megaduta. At our earliest convenience. The others will join us there once they have finished tending to the prisoners. Ah, wait. On second thought, you and Estinian should go on ahead. I need to make a quick detour by the great work. We left Graha in the alchemist's care, you see. Best to fetch him before he's crammed into a specimen jar. Just you and me, then. The guardsman at the gate should wave us through. That gruffer voice that I just did was supposed to be Estinian, so... Sorry, and also you're welcome. I don't know. I don't know anything about anything. Today was the first day that I held an oxygen combined with fuel torch in order to cut metal. It's an oxy-fuel torch. And this one is the combination of acetylene as the fuel gas and oxygen as oxygen. You know, you need fires need oxygen. So, as far as I know, at least, as far as most people know, at least. So I cut I had to demonstrate that I knew how to set up the torch system, so I had to open the valve on the oxygen tank to allow the oxygen to flow into a regulator. I had to open the valve on the acetylene tank to allow the acetylene to flow into a regulator. I had to make sure that the regulators would then turn the pressure from those two tanks into the pressure level that we want on our oxy-fueled cutting torch. And then I opened the fuel, I opened the valve on the torch for the fuel a little bit. Sorry, I opened the valve for the oxygen on the torch all the way, and the fuel a little bit, and then yeah, lit it on fire and adjusted from there and did cutting. Here we go. We're talking to a radiant guardsman. Honored scions, you are free to enter at your leisure. As I cannot leave my post, I'm afraid you must make your own way. Should you require directions in the city, the sentry stationed at the fountain atop the steps should be glad to assist you. Cutscene. Did I mark? Yeah, I did, okay. I guess it's not a cutscene? We just have zoned in. Talk to Estinian. Though I have been to Radzaton before, this place is a veritable maze. Rather than risk getting lost, we had best ask for directions from this sentry at the fountain. Lead the way, and don't expect me to act as your tour guide like certain others. Yeah, he's my company, whatever. Let's go. Let's pop back into Hredemaj to get experience. I didn't do that before turning in the last quest. My bad, after the death of the tower. But it happens. Attentive radiant next to a fountain that looks like a kind of a genie lamp. Well, no, because the genie lamps you might have. Okay, it looks kind of like an urn. Like it's Indian, like in the Middle East, India. You know, the country of India. It looks like that kind of style. Kind of bulbous at the bottom, gets a little bit thinner at the equator. Bilges out a little bit more at the top, but like not as much as the bottom, and then comes to a dome, like a pointed dome at the top, and then from that there are two pipes that go horizontal out of the middle and then straight vertical down, and the water streams from those pipes into this like shallow pond with lilies and such floating around. But yeah, and then colorful like gazebo kind of esque thing behind the fountain, stone tiles of kind of muted, mostly reds, browns, oranges, and a little bit blues here and there, like darker muted blues. Ah, Mistress Mercy, I presume. I understand you are here for an audience with the satrap. If you require directions to Megaduta, I should be glad to provide them. The satrap's residence is situated in Dharma, the highest part of Radzat-Han. To get there, I would ordinarily recommend a route that takes you by the bazaars in the city's north. Due to the state of the alert, however, most businesses are currently closed, and the Aetherite disabled. Oh, mean. As such, I will provide you with an alternate path. Please first ascend the steps next to this fountain, then continue left. There will be more steps, and upon ascending them, you will emerge on Paxa's path. Proceed through the large door on the right, and you will arrive at Ruveda Fibers. Within, you will as R-U-V as in Victor, E-Y-D as in Delta, A-H. Ruveda. Within, you will find another sentry who will give you further guidance. In other words, we head up. Sounds straightforward enough. Well, up and to the left, dude. I can't mount here. Okay. So we go up the fountain steps. To the left. More steps. Blocked by walls. Mostly, like, we got a lot of light, like sky blue is the motif on a lot of these stone walls. But you have, like, darker ocean blues. You have kind of what looks like they're trying to depict fires, like in stone coloring along that, like a mural for whatever. We're up some more stairs. Not a whole lot of signs of life. This door opens for us. We find another radiant, watchful. Heading to Magaduta, are you? In that case, please follow this hallway to my right and go through the door at the top of the stairs. You'll emerge at the entrance to the airship landing, where another sentry should be on hand to assist you. Incidentally, if you ascend the steps to either side of me, you'll find the workshops of Ruveda Fibers. Though you're free to observe the artisans, take care not to lose your way. I was more interested in making sure the accent was okay than listening to the orders, but hey. We turn to the left, we go up some kind of golden colored stairs actually. Like a dull gold, but still a gold nonetheless. We have a vigilant radiant who will give us further directions, apparently. If you are here for an airship, I'm afraid all flights have been suspended until further notice. So the state of alert is still in effect. Perhaps it's for the best, says Justinian. That aside, we're not here for an airship. We have business at Megaduta. Oh, in that case, permit me to direct you. From here it's quite simple, really. Ascend these steps and then continue straight ahead and across the bridge. You cannot miss it. So we go up some more stairs. To our left, as we're running, and now in front of us, is a dodo bird, like pasture, fenced in. What they use those dodos for is anyone's guess. A little circle where you can talk to a Stinian about something. Discuss Dharma. I remember passing by here with Varshan. The situation being as it was, he regretted not being able to show us the sights. Life has yet to return to normal here, but when it does, you ought to pay another visit. Though the city is confusing, the food is quite good. I'm partial to Hamza myself. The meat's surprisingly tender and flavorful. Is that supposed to be like shawarma? Or is Hamza... Squawk, squawk! Says an irritated Hamza. Oh, the Hamza are the dodo. Like, these literally... Okay, what does a dodo bird look like? Hold on a second. I'm sorry. I may be wrong about what a dodo bird look like. They look like dodos to me. Ah. What did, because they're extinct, a dodo bird look like? Yeah, they look kind of like dodo birds. You got like a chicken body. Like actually pretty chickeny body. And then instead of the chicken wings, you have like what looks like flippers. And these Hamza, instead of flippers, they have the same size as the dodo flippers, but they look like wings, probably very ineffectual. and instead of having a neck like a dodo would, they just have what it's kind of like no neck. They have a head that sits atop their body. Is Hamza? Let's see if Hamza is a word. Hamza just means is the hand of Fatima, a palm-shaped amulet that's popular in North Africa and the Middle East. So no, Hamza is not a type of food. So when they say Estinian, when he says Hamza, he's like particularly fond of the Hamza meat. He could be referencing what is closer to shawarma, but I don't know what the writers and developers had in mind. You know, I think I've had shawarma. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I've ever had it from a restaurant or like a food truck, but I'm pretty sure I bought it to cook. Shawarma in a pita. It's pretty good. Or just on a plate with maybe cabbage or whatever. Here's the Megaduta attendant. Greetings and welcome to Megaduta. May I inquire after your business? We are members of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, come at the invitation of His Excellency. Well, of course. We have been expecting you. I will show you into the audience chamber if you would please follow me. Cutscene. Let me get rid of this. The Scions are here. Please talk so I don't have to. Oh yeah, the dragon is here with is it is Varshan, is that who pretends to be the leader while the dragon is the actual leader? Thancred, Thancred and Graha walk in.
Are we the last to arrive? I hope we've not kept you waiting.
Graha looks healthy and happy and hale.
Not at all. Your comrade is feeling better, I trust.
Oh, so Ahewan is the one who is like the pretend leader while the dragon is normally behind the curtain. Wait, we've
Much
been
better,
here.
thank you. Harness remedies are certainly potent, in more ways than one.
We've fucking been here, because sorry for the language, I've talked to that dragon before.
One becomes accustomed to the taste, although I hope you never have cause to do so. Pray, take your ease.
Full glad I am to see you all unharmed.
You probably can't see my face smiling.
Valiant scions, for your heroism, you have my boundless gratitude.
I really need to get rid of this stupid mask. I keep saying that I need to transmog it to make it not a mask. I want to see my face. I picked my face on purpose.
You cast down that dire tower and set free its hapless captives. You cleanse their souls of its corrupting influence. No words of thanks will suffice. In place of platitudes, I offer a bounty of warding scales.
Warding scale.
Pray accept your due reward, along with the goodwill of Radzatan.
Alchemists throughout the land were put to work in the forging of your talismans. The finished ones have been collected, and now await you at the High Crucible of Alchemia.
Were those were they for? I remember that now. I think were they for preventing us from being not like tempered? Is that what they're for? Like those of us who don't have the power of Hydaelyn at our backs? Anyway, what's this link? I don't think I want to click your link. Okay. So this dragon is not necessarily how you might picture a normal dragon, especially just the head. The rest of the dragon kind of feels normalish. It kind of, yeah. The head, by the way, has a long kind of, I was gonna say rhinoceros horn, but this is longer. This is more, God, what in nature has a long, somewhat curved horn? Because the rhino horn is actually pretty short. The horn kind of looks like a thicker at the base tusk. So if you picture an elephant's tusks, that's what the horn in the center, like what basically would be the dragon's nose, looks like. It curves a little bit, like it's not as curved as tusks are, but it does have a a very definitive curve to it. Some kids in the Philippines listen to my stuff now because I couldn't stop myself from when they asked me for my YouTube channel and I gave it to them. And I'm trying to be better. Okay, I don't need to cuss at all. Anyway, so yeah, the nose horn looks like that. It's kind of like a mixture of blacks and browns and grays in color. Kind of looks like it. It also kind of looks like it has, like, you know how a tree has those rings that kind of show you how, like, as many rings as how many years it is old or whatever. The tusk from the nose, like from the face out, seems to have layers as it goes out. So it might be an indication of how old the dragon is. I don't know. And then somewhat normal dragon, teeth, eyes, face, whatever, aside from the tusk in the middle. And then two, I think walrus would be the best description, like walrus tusks that go from the lower jaw straight up, like obviously to the sides of the face, so not into the flesh of the face, but go straight up. They're black tusks, and they go up and they start to curve back. But they're long. They go past the eye by a good 8 inches to a foot. And that's the most unique things, I guess, about this particular dragon.
Present this letter when you are ready to take them into your possession.
And once again, if at this point in time, if you're confused why I'm describing things so much, it is still in an effort as I'm trying to describe video games I love to play, the storylines for people who are hard of sight, like not good vision. Maybe my descriptions will be enough to help them kind of visualize things. And also it helps me as a Dungeons and Dragons DM to describe things in detail, you know, as needed. I'm still really bad at it. I've been a DM for about 38
We are humbled by your generosity.
sessions.
Know that the inventive wisdom of Radzat Khan will be vital in restoring serenity to our star.
38 sessions, or 30, somewhere between 38 and 39 sessions at this time. Less than possibly a year now, given how many times we haven't been able to meet for a game for various people being off, but I'd say about a year. Hold on. I think I have documented the dates of certain things. I kind of want to know myself, I'm sorry. I did the Ninja Turtles. It was supposed to be a one-shot, but it ended up being 2 sessions, and we still weren't done, and then people just, like, stopped being able to show up, or stopped wanting to show up, so it didn't actually go the full. So let's go to, sorry, this is for me. I mean, these are my videos. If you want to skip forward to whatever, you're welcome to. Session 0 was with 6 players who ended up all either one of them was fucking bloodthirsty as profanity. One of them was bloodthirsty as theoretically part of his character, and if he had honestly given me a description of his character that would say that he would just threaten innocent allied people who were trying to help and be helped, I would not have allowed it. He didn't tell me that, so I ended up kicking him out because I didn't want to be with a murder hobo, as they're called. But anyway, session 0 was, oh my gosh, literally 1 year ago. Session 0 was July 16th of 2023. So I have DM'd a campaign for a year, and then before that I did 2 sessions that were supposed to be one-shots, but the group that I was DMing for the Ninja Turtles thing they were cautious, they were having fun with it, so who am I to try to speed things up? We did not finish the final fight on the, yeah, I'm not going to give things away, no, we just didn't finish the final fight because scheduling. Cool. That's good to know. Been 1 year. I'm actually going to put, hold on. Where's my D&D stuff? Sorry for this. Okay, sorry. I just typed a message to my Discord group about this being the 1 year anniversary.
Every single one of those scales came from you, didn't they? You must still be in such pain.
The camera does zoom in on some patches of
'Tis of no moment,
exposed skin.
a mere annoyance compared to the dreadful suffering inflicted upon this land and its people.
I wonder how long it takes him to regrow a scale.
Albeit brief, my involvement in the Dragonsong War afforded me a glimpse of the myriad sorrows which consumed both dragon and man. Though you were half a world away, such tragedies as befell your kin must have affected you deeply. And yet, you chose to live among men.
In the age when that conflict first bloomed, my choice had already been made. In some distant place, man slew dragon, and dragon slaughtered man. Yet no hate could I muster for those smiling faces which did look to me for guidance. Not even my brother's righteous rage could rally me to his cause. I huddled here, secret and still, hoping against hope that which I had built would remain untouched by the chaos and carnage.
'Twould seem we share the same desire for peace, great Vrtra. To that end, I wonder if we might trouble you with another question. The Telophoroi are intent on recreating the final days, an apocalyptic event which we know to predate the sundering of the star. As the longest lived among us, know you aught of this terrible cataclysm?
Nay. When war and strife drove my sire from his home, he crossed the great expanse with only our unhatched eggs as company. He alighted upon a shattered source, its 13 reflections long since scattered beyond the rift. Of events preceding his arrival, he knoweth naught, save that which Hydralin hath deigned to disclose.
Okay, let me take notes. We have a meeting with Vrtra.
I see. So again, 'tis the inscrutable Hydaelyn to whom you must look for answers.
Seek you to divine the will of this star? If so, I have a tale which may afford you some small comfort.
He doesn't know about the final days. The Telophoroi? Come on. But does have a story for us.
'Tis a story from my youth, many, many years ago. To my sire, I once posed the question, of all the stars in the sky, why didst thou settle upon this one? To which Midgardsormr did reply, 'twas the last bastion of hope. He believed so long as Hydaelyn endured, so too might dragonkind. Solemn and portentous were his words. What deeper meaning they held, I could not, dared not pursue. 'Tis a stone I've left unturned ever since. Yet take you solace in the knowledge that whatsoever Hydaelyn does strive towards, 'tis an ideal which hath earned my sire's conviction.
Thank you, Vrtra. You've given us warm reassurance in a world gripped by cold uncertainty.
While I'm sure we all have a great many questions, I think it's time we collect the talismans and be on our way. Our fight against the Telophoroi is far from finished.
We must take our leave, but please do inform us if we can provide any further assistance.
She gives a little curtsy with a eyes closed, cute smile. Everybody leaves but me.
Prithee, a moment.
Apparently I just knew that he wanted to keep me here. Vrtra.
There is one whom my sire hath judged worthy of honor and respect. The one known to men as Eorzea's champion. This hero of renown and rumor, 'tis thee.
Oh, you know. Midgardsormr and I have crossed paths, yes, or I've not spoken with your father in some time. I need to remove this mask.
In accordance with the covenant he forged with Hydaelyn, the stewardship of this star hath ever been his purpose. Silence in the face of thine actions is the greatest sign of his approval.
So because he's not interfering with what I'm doing, it means that we're doing good.
'Twas a revelation most pleasing that thou, a child of man, had gained Midgardsormr's trust. But alongside mine elation runneth a rivulet of dread.
Oh yeah?
For upon thy life's reel wind too many threads of fate, power, weal enmeshed with woe.
Yeah, I get you.
Amidst this tangled knot thou shalt know no rest. 'Tis an endless confluence of forces, a struggle without surcease.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
More terrible still is the attrition wrought upon thy companions, as they are swept up in the storm of thine existence.
I mean, that's a little rude. They get plenty of sleep. They get hurt here and there, but so do I. Oh, yeah, and then we get to flashback to all the people we've lost. Awesome. Moonbrita. Oh no, Papalimo. We have Reen next to Minfilia. No, what's his name? Fuck. Horshafont? No. Yeah? Horshafont?
Take heart and protect them well.
Is that what that was?
They will be your strength and your salvation. The hope thou wilt need come the end.
Was it Horshafont that we lost? I have a wind-up toy of them. But who was the... There were two blondes. Besides Minfilia, there were two other blondes. Moonbrita. Well, Moonbrita wasn't a blonde. She was gray hair. But like there was sepia tone flashback. So I knew Moonbrita. The other escapes me right now.
Even cowering behind my curtain, I know the suffering of the powerful. I have watched my siblings driven mad by loss. Thus do I exhort thee to spare no effort to keep thy loved ones safe.
The door reopens with the twins coming in.
Ah, apologies. We hadn't meant to interrupt.
It's just that we do have a history of suddenly collapsing, and when you didn't follow us out...
Yeah. True that.
'Tis I who must apologize. I have detained your champion overlong with idle chatter. Go. At war's end, I pray I welcome thee back into my hall, where together with thy joyful comrades, you may toast your triumph.
Okay, but does have a story for us. And your ... And no, just leave it at that. I'll say encouragement for me, but it wasn't all encouragement. We give a nod to Vrtra before we join the twins. Cutscene fades out. 33 minutes. 33. Alright, we do talk to Aliseo. Let's redo the things with the stuff. Talk to Aliseo here. So, what were you and Vrtra talking about? Nothing. Very well, if you say so. The others have gone ahead to the High Crucible. Let's catch up to them. The Jewel of Thavnair is complete. My free company is saying that the voice acting in Japanese is better than in the Dawn Trail. What's it called? Dawn something? Whatever. In the new expansion, the Japanese voice acting is apparently better than the American or British or whatever, you know, the English voice acting. Interesting. I guess we'll find out. Dawn Trail? Dawn? I think it's Dawn Trail, isn't it? Anyway, this quest is complete. This video is done. I will see you next time. I hope you enjoyed. Ta-ta for now. And a fond hello to my Filipino friends. I miss you.